Hi, this is a topic that drives me crazy, the CV, okay? So, when an employer is trying to decide who to interview, okay, what is the first thing they're going to see to help them make that choice? It's your CV, and it blows me away how nurses just don't take this stage of the process seriously. I get shockingly short CVs, no relevant detail in CVs, no profile explaining why you should be the best person for this job. Just a very simple list of details of job titles and dates. And this is the document that the person is going to use to make a decision to choose you. Now, more importantly, when they do choose you based on this document has the ability to separate it out to be an easy interview or a hard interview. If I read a CV for someone and I'm very excited about meeting them based on the CV, that person is normally going to have an easier interview than a person whose CV I read, I decide to interview, but I have lots of questions for them based on the information on their CV. So, real quick, simple format, okay? Personal details on the top of the CV, name, phone number, so on and so forth. Job title, registered nurse, theatre nurse. So those details on the top. Moving on to the next section of the CV, which is the main part of the CV the person is going to read, is your personal profile. Now, your personal profile should be different on almost every CV you send out to a different employer, because this is where you get to tell the employer what makes you a good nurse for them, why you want to move maybe to the area that they're in, why you want to work within the specialty or the experience you've had in that specialty that will make you a good candidate for them. So they read this little short paragraph that's going to basically tell them why they should interview you. Okay. Now you move into your education. Okay. So we don't need to see high school qualifications. Most employers are going to assume you have that based on the fact that you have a third level nursing degree. So your nursing degree or any other third level qualifications that you might have, for example, like a master's degree or anything else. Now we go into your experience. Remember, very important to always start with the most recent job first. But when you start going through your jobs and you're highlighting your duties and responsibilities, you want to make sure you're highlighting your duties and responsibilities in relation to not just being a nurse, but in the actual job you're applying for. So, for example, if you're applying for an ICU job and you've had experience working in ICU and anesthetics within a different hospital, you don't want to list all your duties and responsibilities based on the anesthetic position when you're applying for an ICU position. I'm not saying leave them out, but make sure it's top of the list in regards to the ICU experience that you've actually had. List down through your jobs, explaining any gaps that might be existent on your CV, especially if they're for more than 6 months long. So, for example, if you've had 2 years off due to maternity leave, make sure you put that on the CV, okay? Then we move down to the next step. Now, a lot of nurses will have had training, different courses they might have done, day courses, conferences they've attended, and in some cases, even publications they've printed articles for or have articles printed in. So, this is what you put into that little training section. Again, something that's going to distinguish you as different from all the other candidates, okay? Finally, we get down to the hobbies and interests. Now, a lot of people laugh at me when I say this is important. But when I look at hobbies and interests of people, and for example, I'm in a small town with lots of outdoor activities, lots of hiking, lots of walking, and I see that down in the activities and the hobbies that this person enjoys outdoor life, enjoys outdoor activities, enjoys hiking, enjoys mountain climbing, kayaking, long walks with the dog, walks on the beach. And these are the things that they've listed in their, hobbies. And these are all things that I can provide for them as an employer based on the area that we're in. This again makes me more excited about that candidate than, for example, a candidate who likes nightlife, being outdoors, hanging out with friends. That person I'm starting to think might be more suited to a city than the town that I actually am operating in. So the key thing here is the CV is the document, a sales document that when the client, the employer looks at, this is the reason they're going to decide to want to interview you. So you need to take this stage of the process very seriously, because if you get this part wrong, none of the other parts happen. Okay. So, if you want more information, just click onto our website, click on the links within there. We have a CV builder you can look at for more, or you can just contact us and we'll go through the CV with you. Looking forward to talking to you soon.